All right, we are in the pipe, 5x5. Desert Classic Hangover. 111 entries on a Wednesday. You guys are crazy. Crazy, man. I like you. I got Larry Tom's $2. I might buy him a can of Pringles with it, since I ate them all and left him a nasty note. Dooley, you're up in the 4. Thank you to our volunteer marshals. Here we go. We are large and in charge. Going at it, the sound of the tone. 75 lock timing, 2-wheel drive C main on a Wednesday. Clean it up, boys, clean it up. You're going to be hard-pressed for me to call a restart because you knuckleheads are driving me insane. Got me talking like Bernie Mac. Oh, are we? No, you're not good. You're good. All right. Dooley out front. He was anyways. He's not anymore. That car is out front. It looks like a John Young mobile, but it's not John Young. I think it's a Lauerman mobile. And it is. That's a mid-mower Lauerman. Tyler Lauerman leading out here. Friend-right in the 2. Lauerman shorting it. Friend-right going around, then getting the marbles, spinning it around, giving it back up to Dooley. We're taking 2 into the B main event. Right now, it's Tyler Lauerman in the point. Dooley in the 2 in the all-white. Friend-right trying to catch him up, gets it wrong. Going to get passed by Bennett. Bennett going to move up into the 3. And then we got a vehicle down. That was Brian Davis's rear motor TLR tapping out. I didn't see what happened there, but 3 and 4, Dooley falling off the pace here. I think Bennett's going to inherit that 2 spot. Front right going for glory. Doesn't work out for him. Dooley going to hang on to the 3, but it's Tyler Lauerman in the 1. Brandon Bennett in the 2. Dooley in the 3. Juan's going to come around, move into that 4 spot. Friend right, Wusenhofer, Davis. Novice B main coming up next. One and 2 getting through traffic. Lauerman leading it out. Bennett in the 2. They had 5.5 over Dooley. Now Dooley poking it into the pipe again. So that's going to give 1 and 2 a pretty comfy lead here with 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
11-second lead Bennett has over the number 3 of Dooley. So 1 and 2 checking out here with 1:40 to go. Well on their way to punch their card. Oh, Tyler getting it wrong. Bennett getting around. Juan, that's your leaders working with you. Oh, then Lauerman goes from bad to worse there. Goes upside down. Going to give up some of that lead. Bennett going to take over. Lauerman in the 2. They had 18 seconds over Dooley on that last lap. Dooley's going to gain several seconds, though, after that bad lap there out of the number 2. 11.4 separates the 2. So with 1 minute to go, name of the game, keeping him between the pipes and all
1 minute left.
4 wheels. And these top 2 are well on their way to bumping into that B main event. Novice B main, you guys should be lining up here. That's Gabriel, Brandon Hill, Leo Rosas, John Stenmo, Sean Smith, Ruben Hill, Jarrett Thornton, Braxton Smith and Connor Phillip. Brandon with a rough one there. That's allow Tyler to catch up here. They're going to try to duke it out for that 9 spot on the grid come B main time. There goes 1 and 2 by the start finish line. They're on their last lap. Juan chopped at the line. You were done. Everyone else is done when you come by the line. Julie going to come by for that 3 spot. Looks like Tyler got around Brennan there. So Tyler's going to reclaim that top spot and take the first transfer spot. Brandon by to take the second one. And that is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers. Lowerman, Bennett.
The race is
Dooley, your top 3. Need all those drivers down on the track. Novice B main coming up next. Thank you, marshals. Drivers from race 1, get out on the track, please. All right, drivers, go ahead and roll them around. Check them in. It's me, Connor Phillip in the 9, Braxton Smith in the 8, Jarrett Thornton in the 7, Ruben Hill in the 6, Sean Smith in the 5, John Stenmo in the 4, Leo Rosas in the 3, Brandon Hill in the 2, and Gabriel G in that top spot.
Brandon Hill. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, straightaway is closed. Let's rack them up and stack them up.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Gabriel 1, Brandon 2, Leo 3, Stenmo 4.
Leo Rosas.
Sean Smith 5, Ruben 6, Jarrett 7, Braxton 8, Connor 9.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
So we got a 5-car show. Okay.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Let's get in your spots, please. And this is Ruben. All right.
Less than 5, Ruben Hill.
Stenmo's in the 4. Thank you, Jeree. I don't want to. All right, so I just want to make sure. Gabe, raise your hand.
Gabriel Guanella. John Stenmo.
All right. I'm not going to be able to hand count and call you at the same time, so we're just going to do our best here. Are you guys okay up there? Ruben's having a good old time. We haven't even started yet. All right, here we go. Marshals ready, drivers ready. Let's go racing on the tone. Wow, Brandon Hill going aggressive there. And then top 3 getting wadded up. There goes Stenmo, and he gets waffle stomped. Let's control our vehicles, please. Try to avoid running into people. All right. That's Brandon Hill leading us out here. Gave him the 2. 1 and 2 getting wadded up there. John Stenmo says, I want in on that too. Opportunity opening up to take the lead. He don't want it. Here comes the Leo in the 4. Watfis on the straightaway. Careful getting onto the straight. It is yowzers. Brandon Hill with an early breakaway dance here. John Stenmo in the 2 in that stadium truck. Here comes Gabe, though. Gabe's going to challenge for that 2 spot. Looks to the inside. Can't make it stick. Stenmo goes for a ride. Gabe's going to get around. And Gabe parks it in the pipe. Marshals himself, stays out in that 2 spot. There goes Gabe in that 2 spot, followed by Stenmo. Brandon Hill, your leader, getting it wrong by that start-finish line. Here comes Gabe. And Stenmo, your top 3. Number 1 guy getting it wrong. The slow roll back on his wheels. And Gabe taking over that top spot. It's the battle of the short course. Good driving out of Brandon there. Oh. Goes Leroy Jenkins over the top. Doesn't make it stick, though. So Gabe's going to hang on here as they hop onto the straightaway. Remember, we're taking to you to the A. No need to fight each other. Goes your leader, goes out of bounds. So Brandon going to swing around. Pushes it way wide. Gabe getting hung up on the pipes, going to fall way off. Where's Stenmo? Stenmo not quite there to capitalize. And Brandon getting it wrong.
2 minutes
He's
left.
trying to ride himself. And he does, but not in time. Gabe's going to get back by. So now we got 1, 2, and 3 off the triple there. Stenmo upside down. Gabe getting it wrong. Brandon back to the point. And then we got a gaggle of cars in the back. We're going to call Jarrett. Number 4. Oh, someone doing the no pants dance. Oh, that's Ruben there. Brandon in the 1, Gabe in the 2. Stenmo in the 3. Then we got Jarrett, Leo, Sean, Ruben, Braxton, Connor. Some type
1
of
minute
order
left.
there. Number 2 upside down. Number 3 upside down. Every time Stenmo get an opportunity to claim that 2 spot, he bonks it, and then there it is right there. Oh, he had it for like a half a second there. So the battle is on for that 2 spot. Brandon, get a big break. Settle down, Gabe. Settle down, Gabe. Just do what you do. Slow and steady wins the race. See, broke. Marshals don't even know what to do there. Gabe and Stenmo going at it. Oh, Stenmo getting it wrong. Gabe getting it wrong. Gabe landing on his wheels. Oh, Stenmo upside down again. And you guys are running to the line here. Marshall in the back, Marshall in the back. We're racing to the line here. Oh, Stenmo with an opportunity. Gonna miss it there. Everyone, the rest of you guys are done when you come by the line. Wow. Brandon is the last one down the line, and that is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Brandon Hill, Gabriel G., you guys are advancing to that A
The race
main
is complete.
event. Marshals, grab your blowers. Let's get all those drivers down on the track. We will need some volunteers. 21.5 lock timing B main coming up next. Power surge. All right, marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Are there only two of you? All right. Dooley, you gonna make this one? Okay, all right, we got a race then. Marshals to your spots. We need a bunch of volunteers. Drivers from that last race, need you on the track, please.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Oh, there's Brian Davis. All right, so we got at least four cars.
James Trundle.
All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around. Bill Christensen in the 7, Washington
45
in the
seconds
6,
to the start of the race.
Luke C in the 5, Brian Davis in the 4, Tim Romero in the 3, James Chanel in the 2,
Tim Romero.
and BQ Dooley. Yeah, this one would be great, yeah. We're
30
getting
seconds
a
to the start of the race.
now, so. All right, go ahead and stack them up.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Dooley 1, James 2, Tim 3, Brian Davis 4, Luke C 5, Washington 6, Bill Christensen 7.
Brian Davis.
All right, we got 4 of you up here.
Abdullah Bohabit.
All right, we got room for 2 of you. Marshals ready, drivers ready, on the tone. Four-car show. Decent start there. Early bobble added James. That's going to allow Brian to get around him. Brian rolls it upside down. Now Dooley on his lid. Here comes James. James gunning for the marshals. Dooley reclaiming that top spot. So 1 and 2, Dooley and James. 1 and 2. Brian Davis in the 3, Tim Romero in the 4. Dooley and James trying to break away. James getting out in the weeds there, spinning it around. I'm going to lose some time. Brian Davis trying to take advantage. Dooley early on, gapping out to a 6-second lead. James has got about 6 seconds on Tim. 2 minutes in, 3 to go. No change in the order. Everyone's gapping out from one another. Dooley, James, Tim, Brian. At least 11 seconds separate
left.
all 4 of our drivers here. So barring an absolute meltdown, out of our top 2, Dooley and James. Already starting to dream about their hopes and dreams of the A main event coming on later on tonight. Huge thanks to everybody coming on out. Special thanks to everyone that came mentally prepared. The rest of you, still good to have you. We'll be doing oval on Friday and then back to off-road on Saturday. And Saturday kicks off our series. You got to do at least 5 of them between the Wednesday and Saturday offerings. Dooley and James docking up through the on-road section. Dooley's got a 25-second lead on the number 2. Number 2's got only 8 seconds now. Interesting. Tim Romero starts linking them together here in the next 25 seconds. It's a tall order. 20 seconds remain. Everyone will be done when you come by the line. Trunell is going to come by and take that number 2 transfer spot. Tim Romero is down in the 3. And that is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers. Dooley and James, you're advancing into the A main.
The race is completed.
Race number 4, Novice A main. Coming on up.
James Trundle.
All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around. Gabe G in the 11, Brandon Hill in the 10, Jack Johansson in the 9, Washington in the 8, Luke C in the 7, Andrew Rojas in the 6, James Trunell in the 5.
The possum.
Connor M in the 4.
Matt
Brooks
Worthman.
Canfield in the
1 minute
3.
to start
Matt
the race.
Worthman in the 2.
Brooks
And your
Canfield.
top qualifier,
Andrew Rojas.
Ferreira, a.k.a. John Stenmo, a.k.a. Kyle Frady. Because at any given time, I
45 seconds
call
to
you
start the
any
race.
one of those 3 names. All right, straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Let's get in our grid positions.
Christopher Washington. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
There goes Gabe.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
James, you can move up 1, move up into the 4. Andrew, move up into the 5. Washington up into the 6. Then we'll get Brandon Hill in the 7. And then Gabe in the 8. We need a Marshall in the center bucket, Marshall on 5, and a Marshall underneath the timing and scoring tower. All right. Yeah, thank you, Jesse. We need one. Yeah, if you can go on the bucket there, that'd be perfect. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Marshall's ready, driver's ready. We're going racing on the tone. Novice A main going down. B main was a wild ride. A main not disappointing here. Wortman leading out early here. Brendan Hill making strides here early on in this first lap. Watch on the table section. Watch on the table section. Eric getting around Matt there. See, Eric's going to lead it out here. Wortman getting it wrong there. Wortman going to fall to the 2. James Trinell into the 3. He's got Brooks all up in his business. Oh, Wortman sawing it off. Hitting the pole. Oh, rough break out of Matt there. Going to fall off the back door. Eric in the baby blue short course truck. Leading out, James Tronell going to inherit that 2 spot. He's about 7 seconds back. He's trying to string things together. He's in the orange white buggy going over that back triple right now, double single. Brooks Canfield in the 3. Brandon Hill bumping from that B main, sitting 4th place right now. We are halfway down, 2:30 to go. It's Ferreira. Trunell, Canfield, your top 3.
Two minutes left.
Let's see what happened to James, but it's like Brooks got around him here. Andrew Rojas losing a power coupler. Either that or a Johnson rod. Eric Ferreira out front, the baby blue on the tabletop section. Linking them all together. Brooks, Canfield up into the 2. James Trunell in the 3. Then we got Brandon Hill. Gabe G. and Washington. Oh, that did not sound good out of Eric there. Get it wrong over that tabletop section. Everything seems to be in order, though. C comes down the line. Click off another one. That'll be... This is his final lap here. We got 10 seconds left on the clock. Everyone's running to the line. It's getting interesting now for that 2 spot between Brooks and James. Everyone will be done when you come by the line. Brooks upside down. Here comes James. Sticking it and winning it. Taking advantage of the mistake out of Brooks. Get a little squirrely on that tabletop section. They are racing to the line. Eric took in the win. James going to sneak by in the last lap and get by. Take that 2 spot. Brooks going to have to settle for the 3 as he hobbles it by. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Eric Ferreira taking the win. James Trunell in the 2. Brooks Canfield in that 3 spot. I need all those drivers down on the track to marshal, please. 2-wheel drive 17.5 locked B main is up next. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get all our drivers from that last race down on the track, please. All those drivers from that last race down on the track. These are all charged. Thank you. Those are all fresh.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Marshals to your spots, please. Go ahead and roll them around. Check them in. Roll them around. Check them in. We got Brandon Bennett in the 12. Tyler Lauerman in the 11. Lauerman Sr. in the 10. Kurt Bozell in the 9. Austin Harrell in the 8. Colton Davis in the 7. Eric Hernandez in the 6. Zach Buse in the 5. Gary Ballard in the 4.
Brandon Bennett.
Lauerman Jr. in the 3. Brother 2 in the 2. And PQ Kyle Brady. We've got 1, 2, 3 scratches out of this one here.
Gary Ballard.
Get you guys squared away after we get all checked in. And we are all checked in. All right, guys, go ahead and grid them up.
15
It's
seconds.
going to be Kyle Frady in the 1. Lauerman Jr. in the 2. Gary Ballard in the 3. Zach Buse in the 4. Eric Hernandez in the 5.
Less than 5.
Austin Harrell in the 6. Kurt in the 7, Lowerman Sr. in the 8, Tyler Lowerman in the 9, and Brandon Bennett in that 10 spot. Austin in the 7, Kurt in the 8. All right, good enough. Need a marshal by the timing and scoring booth, please. Thanks, sir. All right, marshal's ready, driver's ready, on the tone. Let's go racing. That is a B main start. What in the world is going on here? Watch the straight, watch the straight. Looks like Kyle and Kurt out front early. Kurt going upside down. That's going to give way to Zach Buse. Watching the table section. Looks like Zach Buse is going to get around Kyle Freddy. Kyle Freddy upside down. There's Bennett trying to get around. He gets parked too. Bennett to the inside off that frontside triple. Makes it stick. And Freddy with another mistake there. Zach Buse by that start-finish line, leading it out. Coming up on the back door of Mr. Lowerman, that's your leader working with you. And Brandon Bennett all on his own in that 2 spot. He's got a 6-second lead over Hernandez and Freddy, who are swapping blows back and forth, working their way in the center section. Hernandez in the gray body. Freddy in the silver and orange. .215 and .245 to go.
Two minutes left.
The leader working his way through traffic, getting through squeaky clean there. On this straightaway he goes. Zach Buse by the line. Austin Harrell, Lowerman Jr. going at it there. They're fighting for their own spots too. Bennett in that 2. Here comes Eric Hernandez. Only 2.5 back here. So Bennett running for his life. Hard charging. Eric Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez upside down in the center section. Going to fall off the back there. Number 2, Bennett, working its way through that on-road section, coming up on the back door of Kurt and Lauerman. You see that black and red wheel vehicle coming up on you. That's your number 2 car. Meanwhile, Zach Buse checking out on this one. Got himself a hefty 13-second lead with only 30 seconds to go. Bennett with a 9-second lead. He goes by the line. Eric going to try to get on this last lap too. He will make it. Everyone will be done when you come by the line. Brandon Bennett, you were done on that number 2 spot. Here comes your winner, Zach Buse. Going to take that first transfer spot. Waiting on Hernandez and Gary to come by. Everybody else is done. Again, when I say you're done when you come by the line, that doesn't mean take extra laps. That means pull your cars off. That is a race. I'll stop. Zach Buse, Brandon Bennett, Kyle Freddy, your top 3 with Buse and Bennett advancing to the A main event. Let's get all those drivers down on the track to Marshall, please. All those drivers down on the track to Marshall. Race number 6, short course A main, coming on up. Drivers from race number 5, let's get you down on the track to Marshall, please. All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around. Roll them around, check them in. Sean Smith in the 10, Brian Stieber in the 9, John Stenmo in the 8, Kyle Frady in the 7, Alex Ricks in the 6, Pacheco in the 5, Franson in the 4, Darren Morgan in the 3, Robert Morgan in the 2, and your top qualifier, Jeff Sarah.
David Franson. Brian Stieber. Darren Morgan. Alex Ricks. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right.
Robert Morgan. Anthony Pacheco.
No more laps. Grid them up. Finish your lap and grid them up. You're welcome, buddy. Good job today.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Kyle Frady. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
Sarah 1, Robert 2, Darren 3, Franson 4, Pacheco 5, Rick 6, Kyle Frady 7.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Stenmo 8, Stieber 9.
Less than 5.
Stieber, you and Stenmo need to swap spots. And you are not going to make it, my friend. That ain't going to work. All right, here we go. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Let's go racing. Sound of the tone. Keep it clean. Well done. Robert Morgan going way wide on that initial triple. Oh, Darren giving it back up here. Sorry. Grabbing that hole shot and hanging on to it. Rough start out of Robert Morgan here. Pacheco with an early prize. Oh, he gets it wrong by that start-finish line. So Morgan gonna find himself back up into the 2. Their rough opener. Sara had a little bobble over that floater double. Still gonna have about a 4.5 second lead here. 1 and 2. Trying to settle in. Robert having a rough time getting settled here. Darren Morgan and Pacheco in tow. Then we got Franson. Ricks Frady. Ouch. Whiskey throttle. Oh, that's right. Stenmo doesn't have a transponder. Jeff Saras jumping out early, 9-second lead over Robert Morgan. Pacheco moving into that 3 spot. Him and Darren going at it. Then we got Franson, Ricks, Frady, Stenmo.
Two minutes left.
We are 3 in, 2 more to go. Sara, Robert Morgan, Pacheco, your top 3. Closest battles for that 3 spot between Pacheco and Morgan, separated by 2 seconds. It's like Darren going to get around him. There goes your battle for that 3 spot up on that tabletop section. The yellow, white, blue of Darren Morgan. The all gray gold trim of Anthony Pacheco. Hopping onto the straightaway for another one. Oh, Pacheco going for the rail slide.
1 minute
Gonna
left.
fall off the back door Darren for a little bit. Less than a minute to go. Jeff Sara, Robert Morgan separated by 8 seconds, so nothing gonna budge there. Darren Morgan and Anthony Pacheco continues to be the race to watch as they go over the center section. Triple out of Darren, double single out of Pacheco. Jeff Sara checked out. Robert Morgan checked out in the 2. Darren Morgan now starting to walk away from Pacheco. Going to cash in about 2 seconds on that mistake there. Everyone's running to the line here. Robert Morgan caught you at the line. You are done. Everyone else is done when you come by that line. Pacheco's not going to be close enough to capitalize off that late mistake out of Darren. Darren's going to hang on to that 3 spot. We're waiting for Pacheco and Stenmo to come by, and that is a race. I'll stop. Marshall, grab your blowers. Jeff Starr, Robert Morgan, Darren Morgan, your top three. Drivers from that race, need you down on the track to Marshall, please. Lock timing four-wheel drive B main is up next. Short course drivers to the track, please. All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around. Roll them around. I only got two of you. Friend Wright's here. Davis is out. Brother One's out. Wustenhofer's up there. Washington and Bayette, you going to make this one? You going to make this, Bayette? No?
1 minute to the start of the race.
What about Christopher Washington? Okay. We got three of you, we'll do it. If we only got two of you, we
Eric
will not.
Wustenhofer. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
1, Wustenhofer in the 2, Washington in the 3.
Thirty seconds to the start of the race.
No, 3 and 4 are walking up here. All right, guys, go ahead and grid them up.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Should be Frenwright, Wustenhofer, Washington, Bayette. Taking 2 to the A.
Less than 5. Christopher Washington.
All right, Marshall's ready, driver's ready. We're going racing on the tone. Bayette was some rough qualifiers. In fact, he only had one rough one. He only made one. And I think he went out with mechanical failures. So, Frenwright going to lead off that first lap. Wustenhofer going to stay in that too. And it's going to be Bayette, Washington in the 4. Top 3 doing a little breakaway here. Wustenhofer doing his best to stay out front. He clips the pipe, rolls it over. Here comes Wustenhofer around the outside. Frenwright pushing the issue a little too hard there. And pays the price. Going to drop to that 3 spot. Bayette with a mistake getting onto the triple. Going to give it back up to Frenwright. So now Wustenhofer leading us out. Frenwright on his lid. Bayette still getting his sea legs on him. I don't think he's got a lot of time on this layout. So these top 2 drivers going to try to take advantage of the lack of experience on the new layout out of Bayette. Bayette, though, keeping them honest. 1 and 2 onto the straightaway. Wustenhofer upside down. And Wustenhofer hitting the cinder blocks. Bayette now up into the 2. Frenwright coming up on Washington. That's your leader. Washington going for a ride. Bayette not too far back. Two minutes in, 3 to go. 21.5 lock timing A main event coming up next. We are halfway down, 2:30 to go. Frenwright, Bayette, Wustenhofer. All starting to stretch out. Washington in that 4th spot.
Two minutes left.
Closest battle is that 1-2 spot, and that's a 9-second gap. Now an 11-second gap. So everything's pretty much set here in this B main event here. Frenwright Bayette poised to advance into the A main. As long as they can keep their kits running straight.
One minute left.
All right, and with that, everyone will be done when you come by the line. It's going to go Frenwright, Bayette, Wustenhofer, Washington, with Frenwright and Bayette advancing to that A main event. Waiting on 2 to finish. There goes Washington, and here comes Wustenhofer. And that is a wrap. All stop, all
The race is
stop.
complete.
Marshals, grab your blowers. Need all 4 of you down on the track. And a bunch of volunteers. We need volunteer marshals, please. Volunteer marshals. All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around. Check them in. James Chunell in the 10, Dooley in the 9, Darren Morgan in the 8, Ryan McKennedy in the 7, Ronnie Goss in the 6, Mike Caller in the 5, Bob Goodwill 4, James Maxwell in the 3, Jerry Price in the 2, and your top qualifier,
Eric Hernandez. Ryan Hernandez. James Maxwell. 1 minute to the start of the race. Jerry Price.
We need
Mike Caller.
marshals. Let's
Bob
go,
Goodwill.
guys. We need marshals out here.
Ronnie Goss. James Trudle. Abdullah
Thank
Mohammed.
you, Cam. We need one more. Should we need 2 more?
45
No,
seconds to the start of the
just
race.
One more on 5. Right there on 5 there, Matt. We are good. Timing and scoring, yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Go ahead and grid them up. No one down that straightaway. Hernandez 1,
seconds to
Price
start the race.
2, Maxwell 3, Goodwill 4, Caller 5, Goss 6, McKennedy 7, Darren 8, Dooley 9, Trunell 10.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, here we go. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. We are going racing.
Less than 5.
Pretty soon. Thank you, Ryan. All right. You guys are downrange on the tone. We are weapons free with our 21.5A main event. Leader getting it wrong. Look at that's Maxwell getting around. He made a move on Drury there early on as well. So James Maxwell, man on a mission. Trying to get out early. Drury in the 2. Hernandez falling to the 3. Keep these clean. Top 3. Doing a little bit of a break rate. And Ronnie Goss now putting his nose up there in that 4 spot here. Drury now looking for a way around Maxwell. Maxwell pushing a little wide. Drury looking to the inside. It sticks it and wins it. Drury Price up top here, working her way onto the tabletop section. Through the center section they go. Double singles, a fast way around for our 21.5 boys and girls. Drury Price out front. Thank you, Austin, for your help today. Appreciate it. It's Drury, Maxwell, Hernandez. Ronnie Goss in that 4. Gets a little squirrely. He's going to have a back door of somebody. Drury pushing it wide into that triple section. Stays out front, though. Guarding the line good. Good poise out of Maxwell. Getting on the binders. That's the way it's done. If someone shuts the door on you. And we got our leaders starting to work up on some lap traffic fairly soon. Oh, Drury getting wrong in no man's land. Going to go upside down. Gets marshaled out by Wortman. Going to fall to the 3 there. That's going to give it up to Maxwell. Maxwell now taking over that top spot. He pushes it way wide. Hernandez with an opportunity. Now he's upside down. Drury going to get around. Now leader upside down again. Price is going to say thank you very much. Oh, catches the little wheel out of Maxwell. 1, 2, and 3. Keep things clean, boys and girls. Through that center section they go, all taking a different line. Maxwell pushing wide off that back triple. 1, 2, and 3. Hernandez looking to the inside. Can't make it stick. They get into one another. Price with an opportunity, and she gets it wrong. So now Hernandez out front. Drury trying to clean the marbles off the back tires there after she went off out of the line. Maxwell gets it wrong, so now Drury up front. Trinell, that is your leader working with you. You'll have number 2 coming up on you shortly. And then number 3 is now behind you. Meanwhile, Ryan McKennedy just running some laps there. It's finding himself catching up to the top 3. He's all over the back door of Maxwell
2 minutes
now.
left. 2 minutes left.
Hernandez onto the straight. Drury onto the straight. 3 and 4 by that start finish line. Well done, James. That's what I like to see. McKennedy going large and in charge, trying to get around. Wheel-to-wheel action between him and Maxwell. Maxwell getting the short end of the stick. So now Ryan McKennedy going to find his way up into that 3 spot. Eric Hernandez with the biggest lead right now. He's got about a straightaway over the number 2 of Drury. That's going to equate to 3.1 seconds. 2.3 back is McKennedy. We got Maxwell in the 4, Cowler in the 5, Goss, Dooley, Darren Morgan, James Trinell, and Bob Goodwill. Ryan McKennedy stringing some laps together.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Trying to reel in Drury. Hernandez starting to find his groove, stretching out here. Oh, a little traction issue out of Drury. Goes wide. There's McKennedy and Maxwell. McKennedy and Price swapping blows. They work their way on that on-road section. And now we got Caller going to get in on the mix. Through the center section they go. Tree down the straight. McKennedy pushing a little wide. Gonna fall off the back door for the meantime. And everyone's gonna be racing to the line here. Here comes Hernandez onto the straightaway. Gonna take that win. Price through that triple section. The battle for three is on between McKennedy, Caller, and Goss. Kennedy is going to push it wide. Gets a little squirrely. There goes Goss and Caller by the start-finish line. Good finish, guys. That is a race. I'll stop. I'll stop. Eric Hernandez, Jaree Price, Ryan McKennedy, 1, 2, and 3. Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers.
The race is completed.
Let's get all those race number 8 drivers down on the track. Race number 9, lock timing, two-wheel, A main event coming up right now. Thank you to our volunteer marshals on that last one. I appreciate it. All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around. Roll them around. Check them in. It's going to be Brandon Bennett in the 10, Zach Buse in the 9, William Marr in the 8, Jeremy Thornton in the 7, Jesse Bryce in the 6, Brad Crone in that 5 spot, Bob Goodwill in the 4, Alex Fries in the 3,
Robert
Morgan in the 2, and
Alex
your top
Fries,
qualifier.
Bob Goodwill, Minnie Marsupio, student driver, Mike Coco, Jesse Bryce, 45 seconds to the start of the race. Brandon Bennett.
Whichever one you want. All right, no more laps. Grid them up.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's get one coming onto the straightaway, please. One Marshall coming onto the straight. We will be square. One Marshall coming onto the straight.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Thank you, Kyle.
Less than 5.
All right, here we go. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Keep it clean. On the tone. Tell you, I thought that first triple off the start would be a wad fest, but for the most part, through DC and tonight, you guys have been getting off to pretty good starts here. Frias busting out early. Let's see what happened to Kokov. He ran to the back of the order in a hurry. Rough start out of our TQ. Frias, Thornton, 1, 2, and 3. Jesse Bryce in the 3, I should say. Then we got Bennett. Bryce looking to the inside, making a move on. Thornton moving into that 2 spot. Crone carrying some speed through that table section. Almost parks into the pipe, saves it. Gonna hang on to that 4 spot with Bennett, Morgan, Mara, Kokot, Buse, and Goodwill in tow. Bryce got it wrong there. Had to get marshaled out. Woo. Bryce had to go double single while the rest of the crew went huge. Frias out front. Thornton trying to reel him in. Then we got Bryce Crone. Crone looking to the inside. Makes a move on Bryce after he goes wide. He's going to go into that 3 spot. He's going to have Bryce right behind him. Robert Morgan right there as well. Thornton getting it wrong, giving up 2 spots. Brad Crone going to move up into that 2. Free is going to reap all the benefits. That's going to be a huge gap for him. And Crone gets it wrong. Bryce is going to get it back. Thornton going to move into the 3. Morgan over to the top into the 4. So we got a 4-car crazy train going through the on-road section right now. That's the battle for the 2 spot. Halfway down, halfway to go. Expert 2-wheel coming up next. Thank you, Dree. Leader onto the straight. Going to start working with some back markers here real quick. You see that yellow, white wheel car coming up behind you, working up
2 minutes
on,
left.
I believe Buse, or the blue car is. Maybe Mara. Let's see what happened in the battle for 2, but I think that's Robert Morgan way out there in the 2. So Thornton Bryce and the other guys must have really gotten wadded up there because Morgan way out front in the 2. Brad Crone checking out in that 3. Leader down the straight, clicking off another one. Leader getting wadded up with some lap traffic. That's your leader there.
1 minute left.
And the yellow, white, black over that back triple. He had a 10-second lead. Brad Crone in the 2 now. Robert Morgan losing that spot. Jeremy Thornton trying to make up for lost time. Bryce trying to slice and dice through some traffic here. See if he can get back in the mix. So only 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Battle of the watches for that 2 spot. Crone's got it. Robert Morgan's right there, about a second and a half back. And with 20 seconds to go, that battle for 2 is going to be on. It's probably going to be finished here when they come by the line. Morgan bonking a pipe there. Going to fall off the back door of Crone, so Crone's going to come around and take that 2 spot. Zach Buse caught you at the line. Crone going to finish in the 2. Everyone else is done when you come by the line. Here comes your leader, Alex Frias, going to come by, taking the win. And that is a race. I'll stop. Frias, Crone, Morgan, that is a race. Top 3.
The race is completed.
My panties all wadded up. What? Why? Oh. Right here. These ones are done too. All right, marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Good job. Yep. Have a good one, man. Get our marshals to our spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Guys, go ahead and roll them around. Check them in. It's going to be Bryce in the 8. Hornberger taking a scratch. Rudy taking a scratch too. Cam Leiter's sticking around. He'll be in that 5 spot. Big E in the 4. Craig taking a scratch. Willie in the 2. And your top qualifier, Ryan.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, guys, go ahead and grid them up. Grid them up.
45 seconds to the start of the
Prince
race.
in the 1, Willie in the 2, Big E in the 3, Cam Leiter in the 4, and Bryce in the 5. Hey, Bennett.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. We're looking good here. All right, Marshall's ready. Travers ready. Let's kick the tires, light the fires on the tone. Expected nothing less from our expert drivers. Good, clean, single file start. Oh, Big E rolling it over by that start-finish line, collecting the backfield there. Oh, the deal. Option line taking a L. Prince going to break away here. Willie in the 2, Jesse Bryce in that 3 spot. Cam Leiter in the hunt. Big E trying to settle in after a couple of early mistakes here. Drops into the back of the pack. One and two separated by 2.8. Prince gaining a couple tenths on that last lap. Bryce trying to string some together. Big E in the hunt, though. Thought he wasn't going to make that one. I've done that before. Grab the throttle to settle it down, and then hit the lander. And hockey checks himself into the pipes. Doesn't lose too much time. Bryce on his lid. Big E going the long way around. Going to move into that 4 spot in the all gray yellow wheel. Mugen 2-wheel buggy. MB something or other, I don't know. Fadil shoring up the deficit there. He's on the back door of Prince. I don't know if Prince checked up for him. If he made a mistake, watch off that center triple. It is clear. So that's now your closest race. 1 and 2. AE teammates running the B7s. Prince on the J Concepts. Willie on the AKAs. Oh, Willie bonking it, put it upside down. Gonna give it up to Prince. It is Prince, Smith, Kowalski, your top 3. Then we got Bryce Cam Leiter rounding out the field. 2:35 to go. 2-wheel Mod A main coming up. Everyone nice and spread out now.
2 minutes left.
Willie, if it's any consolation, you hold the current hot lap for the main. 21.2. Let's see if Prince wants to rub salt in the wound here and beat you on the hot lap. He's got a 21.4 somewhere in that mix. He comes down the straightaway. Going to click off another one. He's going to go for it. He's downsiding that tabletop. He wants a hot lap, too. He's so selfish. By the start finish line, not quite there yet. 22 flat. 1 minute to go. I don't know if those tires got it in it.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Prince is going for it. He's trying to find that mojo to get over that triple. Oh, I don't think he's got the motor for it. A little fadeaway there. Checks up for Willie here. He wants to race the last. Oh, they'll get 2 more. They'll get 1 more after this. As long as they don't slap each other silly. Well, Prince will anyways. I don't know what the deal is. Nope. The deal will be done when he lap. Big E, you were done in the 3. We're waiting for Prince and Cam Leiter to come by, and that will be a wrap. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Prince, Smith, Kowalski, your top 3.
The race is completed.
Two-wheel mod A main. Coming on up. We need a bunch of volunteers. Let's get some volunteers out here, please. We only had 4 in that last race. Oh, yeah, we got one going back to back. We need a bunch of volunteers. Out here, please. A lot of you guys that haven't helped me out, I'm going to need your help right now, so come on out, please. You guys go ahead and roll them around. John Young in the 11, Brandon Bennett in the 10, Fren Wright in the 9, Rudy in the 8, Sanchez in the 7, Craig in the 6, Sora in the 5,
Zach Noya.
Tim Long in the 4, Riley Wortman in the 3, Zach Noya in the 2, and your top qualifier,
Brandon Bennett. Tim Long.
Zippy.
John Young. Mike Sara.
All right, guys, go ahead and grid them up. Straightaway is closed.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
We're getting close to getting our marshal spots covered. We need one over. Bayette's going to help out. Thank you, Nick. And one over on, that's Cam.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Perfect. Thank you, Alex. All right. Yeah, Sanchez, you can move up to the 6. And
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Up behind him. If you choose. All right, here we go.
Less than 5.
You guys are large and in charge on the tone. Two-wheel mod on our desert hangover. Lake Anoya battled it out in qualifying. Who's going to come out on top? Wortman definitely has the speed as well. And then the Mugen guys in the 4-5 by that start-finish line. Wortman getting around old Lake bunking the pipe, though. Wortman now going to get around into the lead. It's going to be Wortman, Lake Noya. Wortman shorts it, grabs the throttle, fishtails it somehow. Lake and Noya avoid it. Lake going to reclaim that top spot. Noya going to reclaim his 2 spot. Wortman going to fall back to his original 3 spot. Tim Long right there. Looking to strike in that 4. Then we got Sora, Sanchez, Young, and Bennett. Oh, Noya getting a piece of Lake. He checks up for him. Oh. Good sportsmanship out of our two-wheel mod drivers. That is the thing to do. You get in the back of somebody, you check up, give that spot back, even if it means you lose a couple spots. Worked out great this time. It's still Lake, Noya, Wortman. Tim Long just looming, waiting to pick up some pieces. Wow, a little backflip there, catching a little too much throttle after that front end kicked up. Through that back triple. Noya getting around. Noya in the all-white yellow wheels getting around into the lead. Lake hits that pipe again. Going to fall to the 3. Wortman up into the 2. Noya getting it wrong. Wortman getting it wrong. Collecting Lake. Lake gets underneath him. So despite the mistake out of Noya, he's still going to have the biggest lead of the main so far. We are 2:30 in, 2:30 to go. Now Tim Long looking to challenge Wortman here for that 4 spot. Wortman gets it wrong again, parks it into the pipe. So Sora and Long going to get around. So right now, that's the race to watch here for that number 3 spot between Tim Long and the Mugen. Mike Sora in the B7. Whoa, Tim Long goes wide. Gets marshaled out. Somehow stays in front of Wortman. Sora now up into that 3. Sora gets it wrong in that floater double. Going to give it back up to Tim Long. So the fight for 3 is on. It is Tim Long, Mike Sora, Riley Wortman. Coming up on the back door of Bennett. Long getting it wrong, collected Wortman. That's going to give Sora a cushy lead here with a minute 10 to go. Minute 10 to go. Noya still holding Lake to about a 4-second gap here. Noya hopping onto the straightaway. 3.8 was the gap. Gaining a couple tenths now. 4.1 is the gap between Noya and Lake. Noya getting through traffic watch. Coming on to the straightaway. That was Tim Long getting it wrong. So Noya, Lake, Sora, your top 3. Wortman trying to find a groove here. Stay mistake-free. Oh, Sora upside down. And there goes Wortman. So Wortman going to capitalize off that mistake, reclaim that 3 spot. Sora going to fall to the 4 as they get around for their last lap here. We got 10 seconds left on the clock. And now Lake right there with Noya. They're going to be running their last lap. Oh, Noya got collected a little bit by a back marker, but Blake got it wrong too. So that's going to finish it out here. Noya over that back triple for the last time. Going to hop onto the straightaway and take the win. Lake going to finish out in the 2. Wortman done in the 3. Waiting for Frenwright to come by. And Bennett. Bennett's off the track. Here goes Frenwright. That is a race. I'll stop. Noya, Lake, Wortman, your top 3.
The race is completed.
Let's get all those drivers from race 11 down on the track. It's officially a 2-day race here. We are 20 minutes into Thursday. Two-wheel mod drivers, get you out on the track, please, to Marshall. You out here? Cool. See you, man. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Guys, go ahead and roll them around, check them in. Four-wheel lock timing,
Hero.
Bay at the 11, friend right 10, brother 2 out. Austin Harrell in the 8, Bob Goodwill in the 7, John Young 6, Hero in the 5, Brad Cronin in the 4, Burger in the 3, Zach Buse in the 2, and your top qualifier.
John Young.
Fight.
1 minute to the start of the race. Bob Goodwill.
We are looking good. Guys, go ahead and finish your lap and grid them up.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Only 7 of you showed up. Cocott 1, Zach Buse 2, Brad Crone 3, Hero 4, John Young 5, Goodwill 6.
30 seconds to the start of the race. Fifteen seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, yeah, you just didn't check in. I didn't know you were here. Yeah, come on by the line. Make sure
Less than 5.
checked in.
Chris Rendenreich.
There you go. You are in the 7. All right, here we go. Oh, we need one over by the stairs. Let's get a marshal over by the stairs, please. One marshal over by the stairs, please. Thanks, Jeree. Jeree's my favorite. No, other corner. The metal stairs. The Willie stairs, I should call them. All right, thank you. Here we go. Marshall's ready, drivers ready. Let's go racing on the tone. Giddy up. Cocott pushing it wide over that triple. Keeps it pointed forward, though. Cocott getting a whole shot and a whole gaggle of cars. Kicking and scratching here. Cocott going out of bounds for a 2-stroke penalty. Hero now to the point. John Young in tow. Young getting it wrong. Here comes Crone around to the number 2 side. Now Hero getting it wrong. Crone coming in with a full head of steam. It's going to be Hero, Crone, Young by that start-finish line. Cocott, Zach. Going to try to string some laps together, catch up with the lead pack. Goodwill, friend right in tow. Hero out front. Brad Crone in the 2. Buse, John Young over that center triple. We're about 2 minutes in, 3 to go. Goodwill getting it wrong. Cocott going wrong. Top 3 still Hero, Crone, Buse, John Young in the 4. Then we got Friendright, Cocott, Goodwill. 4-wheel expert coming up. That will round out our evening or our Thursday morning if you want to get technical. Battle for 2 going down. Buse in the purple. Buse had it, gave it back up, takes it back in the on-road section, pushes it wide again. Crone looking to the inside.
2 minutes left.
Bobbles it a little bit. 1 and 2 off that center triple. Onto the straightaway they go. Buse wide again off that back triple. Crone to the inside. Now advantage Crone here. He pushes it wide. Buse gets a little bit of the back end of him, and they wait for each other. Woo! Oh, Crone gets upside down. Friend ride upside down. Lake clearly loves Zach Buse more than Brad Crone. That's just the way that it works out. So Buse gonna hang on to that 2 spot. Crone gonna try to reel him back in. John Young got around.
1 minute left.
Crone got it back though. Meanwhile, Hero checked out. 50 seconds to go. Hero started in that 5 position, and he is smoothing things out here, feeling the rhythm here. Oh no, Zach Buse busts a rear end. Active camber engaged. And then Brad Crone is gonna prey on the poor broken car of Zach Buse. Zach Buse gonna try to hobble it around. John Young licking his chops. Oh, Crone getting it wrong. Better play his cards right, because there's John Young. John Young hooks the pipe here. 14 seconds to go. John Young is going to get around the wounded animal as Zach Buse. And then he gets it wrong, so Zach Buse is going to get around. They better make it to the line here. They're both going to get by. So who's gonna make it to the end here? They're all racing the line. Everyone's done when you come by. Hero, you are done. Kokot, you are done. John Young batting around the wounded animal, playing with it. Hero, you are done. Don't interfere with those guys. So Buse gave it the A effort. Car only has so much performance, though, with that busted rear. That is a race. I'll stop. Hero, Brad Crone, John Young, your top 3. Let's get all you drivers down on the track, please.
The race is completed.
We got one more, and then that will put a nail in it. You guys packing up and leaving? Have a safe trip home? Oh. Oh, Kyle Davis left. Unreal. All right, we'll let you guys duke it out. All right, marshals to your spots. They're only getting the marshals that are available here, so you're only getting 7. All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around.
1 minute to the start of the race.
You actually got a full complement of marshals here.
Prince, Free Willy. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, stack them up. Willie in the 2, and your pole sitter, Ryan.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
And I don't know who did this, but you guys are getting 6 minutes. I'm not going to change it. Or until one of you breaks.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, marshals ready, drivers ready. Let's go racing on the tone. At minute 5, I'm going to start hosing down the track. So you guys got 1 minute of me hosing down the track. Prince leading it out early. The deal. Right up on his bumper. Who's going to win it? To be determined in about 5.5 minutes. Ryan Prince in the 1. Willie in the 2. We got 3:45 to go. 3:45 to go on our 6-minute A main event. Track will be closed immediately following this race. No need to blow off the track. Oh, Willie. Easy, buddy. Prince waits up for him. Willie's going to make him pay the price. Yeah. So get out the way. Oh, Willie. Oh. That's all right. Ryan will wait for you again. Oh, no. William H. Smith busts out. Ryan Prince. Yeah, you can go home. Ryan Prince, going to put as many laps as he can until I can get up there and hit the finish button. Wah, wah. Good show, good show. What's even better is both of you guys are going to stay here and help me water the track.
Two minutes left.
Ryan Prince racing a ghost. The ghost of Desert Classic past. All right, you're racing to the line here. Ryan Prince out front, Ryan Prince out front, Ryan Prince in the 1. Oh, he's upside down. That's a race. That's a wrap.
The
All
race is
right,
completed.
thanks for coming out, everybody. Pack up your stuff. Get out. Thanks for coming out. Help you out a good time. We'll be doing it again Friday, Oval. And then back to off-road on Saturday.